August will be here before you know it. Is your child or your grandchild heading off to college? If so, there's probably a to-do list that goes on forever. Before you consider your to-do list done, there's one more thing to think about. Here to talk about that one last bit of planning before your child or grandchild heads off to school is my law partner, Mike Solomon.
Hi, Lori.
So you and I are kind of pros at this. We've had our children go off to college, but what advice do you have for our viewers?
Well, you know, when they go off to college, the colleges really enforce this rule. They're separate. They're adults at that point. They've turned 18. They won't communicate with you about anything. The only thing you'll get from the college is the bill. So you need to worry about it.
But a lot of parents are still supporting children financially and emotionally, even after they're 18. But you don't automatically get the right to talk to banks or people about their finances or their health issues. So what can you do?
Well, there are 3 important documents you should consider for your kids. And number 1 is a financial power of attorney. Number 2 is a healthcare power of attorney with a HIPAA part to it. That's a privacy document. And then a last will and testament. Those are 3 basic documents. You should consider it for your kids.
Okay, a lot of parents are used to opening up the mail and paying the kids' bills and everything, but can you even speak to the banker or talk about depositing money into a child's account?
Well, you know, once again, they're 18, they're an adult, therefore the privacy laws kick in. You can't get any information from the bank regarding their accounts. You can't talk to the banker about any of that sort of stuff. So again, you ought to think about that financial power of attorney I talked about. Gives you a right to deal with the bank or pay bills, handle their monies at any place they might have money, and handle all their financial affairs. And, you know, if it's a husband and wife, you both should be on that power of attorney so that you both can do that sort of stuff without any hiccups.
So I'm assuming the healthcare power is for healthcare decisions, right?
Right, so that's right. So part of it is a HIPAA document. So in the past, you've probably been involved with your children's medical decisions, certainly when they were minors. And even after they turned 18, you probably were still involved with the doctor. But now you need a legal document once they're 18 so you can find out their medical records. Otherwise, you're not allowed to look at that, again, for the privacy rules.
So that's the HIPAA part of it.
Right.
And then what if they're in a terrible car accident?
And so if they're in a bad accident, you need a document, the healthcare power of attorney, that names you the person who can make medical decisions for them. You know, what sort of procedures that are needed. It's important to have that document. If you don't, then the only way you can make any of these decisions is you have to get a guardianship. And you have to go to court, be appointed the guardian, and then you can make all the decisions. That's cumbersome, time-consuming, and expensive.
Now, I understand those things, but, you know, how about a will? Why would you mention a will?
Well, that's less important out of all of them, because probably at that point, you know, unless they're Mark Zuckerberg, they're not going to have that big of an estate. So, but you ought to have a will just in case. So if something bad happens, your child passes away, it'll help smooth the administration at that point.
So it's just easier with a will.
That's right.
Okay. This is good advice. If you have a child or grandchild approaching adulthood and heading off to college, now is the time to consider these important documents and to reach out to your estate planning attorney to help guide your child or grandchild. But remember, it's still their choice now. If you have any questions, give Mike a call. The number's next.
Call Solomon, Steiner, and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information or to schedule a speaker for your organization. Or log on to www.ssnplaw.com.
Thanks for joining us. On next week's show, gourmets in the garden, plus addiction help. And we'll seek out special perks for being part of our generation. But until then, please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
If you'd like to join our kitchen conversation, visit our website, www.goldenopportunities.tv. Like us on Facebook. Call us at 440-742-GO-TV or email us at kitchen@goldenopportunities.tv. We'd love to hear from you.
Golden Opportunities is paid for by Elder Productions.